Hello everyone, my name is Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. We are once again reacting to another Am I the Asshole Reddit story. This one is called Am I the Asshole for Kicking Out My Roommate's Twin Sister After She Took Over My Room. Now, before reading this, I would say it probably is okay for I'm not okay. I'm on the fence about this because I'm just giving my opinion if it were to happen to me before reading this. So if I had a roommate and their sibling was trying to forcibly take over my room without my permission or my knowing, and I told them to stop and whatever else, and they kept trying to do it, yeah, I would probably kick them out too. So before reading this, I'm going to say probably not the asshole. But with that being said, let's get right into the story, shall we? So I, 29 male, a second generation Indo-Canadian, I'm guessing the Indo is for Indonesian, recently moved to the US for work. Things were going great until I ended up in a house with these two ethnically Polish twins from the UK. I'm gonna butcher this first one. I'm guessing it's Keisha and Nadia, both 27 female. Keisha's in, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. Keisha's in med school, and Nadia just passed the bar and is practicing law. Both of them are smart, driven, and yeah, they're pretty attractive. Well, yeah. Can't complain about that, I guess. Not that it matters, but they do love their yoga pants. Just setting the scene here. Okay, my boy. So he has some eye candy, I guess. Anyway, Keisha was my original roommate. We met through a mutual friend, and it seems like a perfect setup. We split the rent 50-50, and I took the larger bedroom because I work from home and at times needed the space. Everything was peachy until Nadia, the twin from hell, decided to move in after she broke up with her boyfriend without even asking me, mind you. Broke up with her boyfriend. Without asking me, mind you. Sorry, I forgot to pause there. Now, let's give my opinion on this part. Here's the thing. If you are living with a roommate and you have split the bills 50-50, you cannot just wholly decide on your own to have your sibling or friend move in without consulting the roommate, because that is, one, disrespectful and a dick move. So if you are splitting half the rent or half the bills for the place that you are both residing in, and you have a sibling that wishes to move in because they have nowhere else to go, you need to consult. For me personally, I think you would need to consult with the roommate that you are living with, because you can't just unilaterally decide to have someone move in without consulting your roommate. That just can't happen. So, well, let's continue. Suddenly, Nadia was crashing on our couch every night. She was loud, always on the phone, and had a knack for using my stuff without asking. Okay, yeah, no, I would have a serious problem with that. Even my own brother, I don't... Okay, I'm more cool with it now because he's my brother, but he at times would take my food, and that's the one thing, probably out of all my things, that I have the biggest problem with is when somebody takes my food without asking. Do not touch my food. I like my food. But yeah, you cannot just take somebody's stuff or use somebody's stuff without asking, because it is theirs and not yours. And you're in the home that he or she is paying half the bills for. And you're not contributing anything. The least you could probably do is clean the place up. But just taking the person's stuff or eating their food without asking, no, that can't happen. Right away, I already have a problem. Can you really start? Hang on. Are you able to start a sentence with and? I don't know if you can do that. Huh. And let me tell you, nothing prepares you for finding your 8 a.m. Zoom meeting shirt on your roommate's sister while she's doing yoga in the living room. Okay, yeah. No. Okay. Already I'm starting to side with the guy who's kicked her out. But here's where things got heated. Keisha had to go on a 2-week clinical rotation in another city. Oh, that's gotta suck. And she told Nadia she could take over her room. Fine, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. It's her sister's room. That was between them. Understandable. But then Nadia decided that my room was better for her mental health, or some nonsense because of the natural light and feng shui. Is that how you spell feng shui? I thought it was spelled different. So she started moving her stuff into my room while I was at work. Yeah, no, no. You do not touch my stuff. Don't touch any of my stuff. Don't move it out of my room. The only thing I really have in my room is my bed and my clothes. That's about it, because my setup here is in my living room. But still, no, you don't move my stuff without asking, especially the stuff in my room. You do not touch that. Yeah. I mean, if the person that's in there is married to me or is my girlfriend, I can sort of understand it. But there are some things you just need to ask before moving or doing anything with. But this person doesn't even pay any bills and is basically just a mooch at this point. When I got home and saw this, I nearly lost it. Understandable. My bed, my desk, my PS5, all of it was shoved into a smaller bedroom. No. And Nadia had turned my room into her own little law office / yoga studio combo. Keisha, from wherever she was doing her rotation, thought this was all just a big misunderstanding and that we could sort it out when she got back. I know if I was that guy, I'd be like, I know she's your sister. I know you love your sister, but this is not okay. It is not okay. So, in my infinite wisdom, or maybe stupidity, you decide, I told Nadia she had 24 hours to get out. When she didn't budge, I started moving her stuff back into the living room. She flipped out, threatened to sue me for unlawful eviction, which I'm pretty sure isn't a thing when you're not even on the lease. Yeah, no. She may have passed the bar, but even with my limited knowledge, unless you are on the lease and paying bills, that is not unlawful eviction. You are a squatter, basically. You are taking up residence that you didn't even get permission from the guy that's paying half the fucking bills. He's within his rights to kick your ass out. The next morning she was gone, along with Keisha's expensive espresso machine, my favorite hoodie, and all the toilet paper in the house. Keisha is furious at me for mishandling the situation and says I've caused a rift between them. Nadia, now back at her ex's place, is telling everyone I'm an a-hole who discriminates against Eastern Europeans. So Reddit, am I the asshole for kicking out my roommate's twin sister after she took over my room? I don't think you're the asshole 100%. I would say, yeah, he probably overreacted a bit too much. By the only overreaction part I would probably say is telling her to get out within 24 hours. He acted on his emotions rather than logic, which I can understand because she moved the bed, the desk, the PS5, all of his stuff out of his room. Oh, that's just my cat. And decided to move all of her shit into his room. And, his emotions are in high. He told her to get the fuck out, which I can completely understand. It's completely understandable. He probably could have told her that you move your stuff out, and if you do this again, I will kick you out. That probably would have been a better way to respond to it than telling her to get out within 24 hours and letting her sister know that if she does this again, I'm going to kick her out. Because him and the sister were Keisha, the one that's living with him, were both the ones on the lease and paying the rent and the bills, splitting it 50-50. Nadia, who broke up with her ex and Keisha deciding to bring her in without consulting the 29-year-old male, just decided to make the domicile her own. And in her infinite stupidity, while the 29-year-old male was at work, decided to move all of his stuff out of his room and put her shit in his room and thought that was okay. Now, in no way, shape, or form is that okay to do when you are not doing anything, when you're not paying any of the bills and you're not even on the lease. You have no decision in that house at all. And he was within his right to move all of her shit out of his room and put his stuff back in there because that is his room. And I think the best thing for him that he could have done was, like I said before, tell her that if you do this again, I am going to kick you out because you are not on the lease and you do not pay any of the bills. That probably would have been the better solution than going off his emotions and telling her to get out within 24 hours. Now, I don't think he's 100% the asshole. I would probably say 10 to 20% the asshole. So 80 to 90% not the asshole. But he can't say he's totally not the asshole in this because, you know, everything that's happened between the sisters and his decision. But this is my verdict. 80 to 90% not the asshole. That's what I think. It could have been handled better, but at the same time, it is completely understandable for his reaction. Let me know what you all think. Do you think he is the asshole? Do you think he's not the asshole? Or do you think there is some ratio of asshole and not asshole, like I think? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. I post 3 days a week. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.